But
Fucking
to
A.
be honest, like doing a lot of research for the news this week, I was just thinking about like what an interesting time we are in because even going through this news, you have some like new horror stuff that's kind of original that we're gonna kind of see coming in the next few years. But then we also have this such a mix of like legacy horror as well, where we went through such a period of like where we didn't see any of these characters. Like the we just talked about Jason Blum potentially thinking he can get Robert England back and all this stuff, and seeing all these horror icons return, with Halloween, Scream, all this stuff where we had kind of this long layover, and now we're getting this very interesting mix of new stuff with old stuff. It's a very interesting time.
Yeah, I mean, like the horror like genre has just been in an odd place for I'd say the last like 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
where it's just like we just have so much more horror content everywhere. Like the genre has just really exploded again. Like it's like a resurgence of the '80s, where it's like all those films are getting Blu-ray releases, and we have all these streaming services now that are horror centric, and people are bringing shows back and stuff to literally talk about all of it. It's just like it's interesting. It's I and some people would contribute that to that elevated horror that we got, where it's like suddenly it spree sparked that interest in it. But I feel like it's always been here. It's just kind of it's like anything, it comes and goes in waves. So, like I think that we'll reach a point where we are getting a lot of like generic kind of not so great horror movies, because like there's always those that come out every year. Not saying that this one is, but one on my radar recently that looks like it could be going down that path is like that Smile movie.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm
who's to
not
say
sure I
whether
feel
that's
about
going to
it.
be great or not? Like, well, I'll check it out at least, so that way we could put up a video about it. But like,
I think it's gonna be a botch.
yeah, I don't
Honestly.
know. It looks like it's that poppy modern horror that I was talking about last week.
And
Uh,
that's
you know,
where they we've seen the trailer. A lot of people have probably seen the trailer if you're watching this. And there's that one scene that's in most of the trailers. I think there's an alternate trailer that it doesn't appear in, but where the one lady walks up to the driver's side of the car and her head kind of like twists down,
hmm
and I think like that was like something that can be played both ways. And honestly, being in the theater, a lot of people laugh at it. So I'm like, I don't see that actually being a selling point of the film. A lot of people kind of, I feel like a lot of people, at least the general audience, is kind of reading that to be like, I don't know if this is really going to be scary or not. Because I've went and seen the Black Phone 3 times, and it's played in front of the Black Phone all 3 times, and every time you get to that scene, a lot of people chuckle at it. I hear in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, like again, it's just that it's riding that line of like it's going to it's going to come out and it's going to be okay, or it's going to be terrible. Like I just don't see it being a classic, but I'll eat my words if it is. Like,
Yeah, if we get some
obviously,
classic kills or something in there, at least it's doing its part.
or the concept at least like lives up to kind of the mystery they're trying to convey there. But like, yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, it is an interesting time, because I mean, like, I feel like right now, with having all these legacy characters come back, like you were saying, and everything, like, but for the most part, for having some lackluster results, it just makes me curious to think how long we're gonna have to wait before they're like, well, we're rebooting Halloween again,
Yeah,
and then because it's gonna happen.
like 4
Uh,
years.
I feel like, God, how long did we have between? So that was what, 2009 to 2018,
Yeah,
between
I think so.
the last Rob Zombie Halloween and then the new one. So
But I don't recognize Rob Zombie's Halloween in any sense. So
I mean, you can say that, but them's is the facts. That's what happened. So,
whatever.
uh,
Don't bring that up on here ever.
but yeah, I mean, like, is it gonna be that long again, or is it like you said, is it gonna be 4 years? Because like they did it with Spider-Man, so who's to say
I
they
think
won't do it with that?
that's where I feel like Michael Myers is the new Spider-Man.
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I don't think it's that bad yet. You know who I would say is the new Spider-Man more so is Leatherface,
Well,
because you've
yeah.
had so many like we're only acknowledging the first film. They've
No,
done
no,
that
no, no,
3
no.
times.
Leatherface is the Fantastic Four,
Mm. They've only had 2 chances at it. Leatherface has had like 6.
but I'm
At
talking
least
about like some of
Spider-Man
the
has
other shit
3.
quality that we're
Yeah,
getting.
but we've had some stinkers in the Spider-Man universe. Like fucking
Three's good.
3's great. Yeah, no, actually, like that's a point of contention. We'll have to, talk about that maybe on a non-horror centric podcast at some point. A little tease
No,
for
I
you
only
guys.
talk about horror movies now.
That's
Anything
all we
else is
do.
beyond me. I don't care anymore.
But yeah, no, I think that it's a little weird. I'm really curious also to see how far Scream's gonna get, just because we've had all this drama behind the scenes, but then also just like is I wonder if the next movie is like the same level of quality as the last one, like story wise and twist wise, if audiences are going to be as kind. Because I feel
Yeah.
like the only reason that Scream gets like a pass for its twist and everything from people is just because of nostalgia. Because like I just think it's just so basic and stupid. And we'll get into that later on, but I just think like there's definitely some rose colored glasses going on with Scream 5,
Yeah.
in my
I think
opinion.
that I mean, we both have our I think we're on the same page, obviously, we went and saw it the same night, so,
Mhm.
I'm very surprised at the reception it got, but, like, with Scream 6, they have to win me back,
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm very open-minded when it comes to the Scream franchise, and I was actually going into Scream 5 with high hopes because I was like, "Oh, they'll produce some quality here," and then I was proven wrong from my point of view anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
We're kind of on our own little island over here with that
I
one,
think
but
we are. That's it.
but
Um,
yeah, it's just
we'll do
I
a
don't
full
know.
review.
Yeah, I just I don't know. Like I think like I'm that's really if I had to pinpoint anything, that's where I'm kind of sitting now. Is like I want to know when are we going to get the, retelling of Michael Myers again? How long is it going to be? How long till they redo Scream again? Once they finish this out, because I mean Jason Blum and them, they've already said that they're not going to renew, or they haven't talked about, renewing anything for Halloween. Like they said, this is it. I mean, a lot of studios have said that in the past, but
Yeah.
like at least for him, this is it. And we have a story a little later on down the road here, so I won't get too far ahead, but um, I can kind of see why if you kind of catch my drift there. So